Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen, and today we're going to be using cardboard. So whatever you have in your garage, grab that cardboard. I know everybody has some of this laying around. So the first thing that I'm going to do with a cardboard is I'm just going to trace a couple different shapes out just so I can figure out what I want. So I thought it'd be really cute to make some sort of signs, door signs, decor. Even if this is only temporary, I know that some people just don't have the space for a ton of new seasonal decor. So I think this would be perfect, at least just for a good season or so. So I grabbed this bunny from Hobby Lobby. It was $3, but when you can trace it, you only need to buy one. And I do want to thank Fantic for sponsoring today's video. If it wasn't for them, I would not be able to create these fun DIYs. So they sent me their C8 Nano cordless quick cutter, and it is really efficient and it is actually pretty fast, and it cuts so smooth through cardboard. And what makes this efficient is it has a high magnet motor which delivers a 15% boost in power and speeds up to 250 RPM. Now for the majority of this video, I will be sharing just cutting cardboard, but this cordless quick cutter does a lot more than just cardboard. So you'd be able to cut carpet, leather, and more. And I wish I would have had this when we were cutting and pulling our carpet out of our upstairs a couple months ago. This tool features a 3-speed adjustment to optimize cutting result tasks. Now I just had mine on like speed 3 or level 3. I just wanted to make sure that this was going to cut through and go through as quickly as possible. I love those quick DIY crafts, so I wanted to make sure that I was actually able to cut these at a fast pace. When I pulled this out of the box and turned it on, it did have a 95 to 96% charge already. And I do like that it shows the percentage that your battery is at. So you can already see that it's at 90% right now. And then right here is at 70. So I have been using it for a while. So it didn't just drop 20% within a matter of seconds. I did cut out some larger pieces of cardboard, but it does have a 40-minute of continuous runtime. And then if you do need to charge, it only takes 1 hour to fully charge. It has a rapid charge, which I love because us crafters, when we want to craft something, we want to do it right now. We don't want to wait forever. When you do need to change the blade out, it did come with an extra one. It has an innovative easy swap technology, which makes the blade changing very simple and easy with a 1-step spindle lock mechanism. It did come with that little piece that I could take that screw out quickly, but you know what? If you lose things like I do, it doesn't take much to change this blade out, even if you do lose that little tool. So you can also use scissors. You could use a screwdriver, but it's not necessary. So if you don't have tools, you could just use scissors like I did there, and you'll be able to change it right out. It does have a 35mm LED display that offers real-time updates on battery life. It also has a little flashlight on the front, so you can actually cut in the dark. And then it does come with a cord to plug it in as well. So if you guys do want to check out the C8 Nano cordless quick cutter, I will link it down below in my description box for you, along with a coupon code. So I'm going to start out with my circle that I cut. I also decided to go ahead and cut fabric with this, and honestly, this thing is the coolest electric scissors that I have ever used, or those quick cutter. I'm probably gonna end up calling them electric scissors, although I know that's not the correct term for it. But I mean, it cut that fabric so easy. Even my scissors cut it pretty easy, but not even that close. I'm going to go ahead and use this fabric that is from Dollar Tree, and I am just adding it to the bottom of this, and then I'm just cutting this around the edges. I really just wanted to use this because it was just so fun, and everything just went by so much quicker using this than just regular scissors. So once I cut that fabric, I decided to go ahead and add these half wood beads. I'm not sure the size of these. These are just what I had in my craft stash. Obviously, I had to dump them out because I didn't have a ton, but I did have enough to go around at least half of this project. Once that was done, I just went ahead and added some twine to the back so I'd be able to hang this up. I just used tape because this is cardboard, and it just made things pretty easy as far as adding some twine to this. Now I'm adding some boxwood greenery, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some flowers from Dollar Tree. Boxwood is from Walmart. These tiny little pink flowers are from Dollar Tree. And that is all I did for this one. next one, I decided to cut a square. I just used a picture frame. So any picture frame that you have laying around, you can trace it out, or you can just kind of eyeball cutting a square. But I wanted it to be even. So I went ahead and painted it celery, and then I realized I wanted to add tissue paper to this. And anytime I add tissue paper, I just paint it white. So some white paint, an Elmer's glue stick, and this tissue paper from Dollar Tree kind of made this cardboard come to life. This is one of my favorite tissue papers I have found, and I found it recently at Dollar Tree. And then I'm just going to kind of cut off the edges, and then we're just going to turn this into a seasonal frame. And like I said, I know cardboard isn't honestly made to last when it comes to crafting, but these were kind of fun, kind of trying to put my mind to what I was going to make with cardboard. My friend actually sent me this sander. This is the coolest, tiniest sander. I usually just use a tiny piece of sandpaper, but this thing with the Velcro, it's a game changer, and I'll link it down below for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and use these crafter sticks along with my miter shears to cut off the edges of this so I can make some sort of frame with this. So I thought that I was going to make a sign, and I was like, what should I put around the edges? It kind of looks odd not having anything. So I always think that crafter sticks always work well when it comes to making some sort of frame. Like, these ones obviously are not perfect, but it does the job, and I think it's actually really cute. I think that my oldest daughter kind of is just too old to do certain things now, as far as like crafting with her mom. But my youngest, I think, would love to make something like this. So I think these would also be great crafts that you can make with your kids or grandkids as well. I just think it's really fun, and it's simple, and it doesn't cost a lot of money, which, I mean, who has money these days? Unless we're rich, I guess. But we're going to go ahead and add all of this. And I'm just using some glue. And then obviously I did need to trim down some of those. I'm also using this little easel. This is like a dry erase easel from Dollar Tree. I'm also using this rub-on transfer. And I did have my friend send these to me as well. I didn't have her. She just kindly did. So thank you for sending these to me. And there's quite a few of them. So I'm going to have to do a whole video, I think, on rub-on transfers before I decide not to do Easter anymore or spring. I know it's still new and I want to do some outdoor stuff, but I think the Easter stuff I'm about done with, probably within the next couple weeks. But I loved this rub-on transfer. This one was so cute, and if I can find them on Amazon, I'll link them down below for you guys. But I wanted to add this, and rub-on transfers are pretty easy to add on when you are using a little whiteboard. Once that rub-on transfer was on there, I just went ahead and glued this right to the center of my sign. And I just think this turned out so cute. I love the rub-on transfer with that tissue paper. I just think it looks so pretty together with those pops of purple. And then to finish this off, I just wanted to add a burlap flower. I think that is from Amazon, and then just some greenery. It just seemed just a tiny bit plain. I just wanted to add something else to this, and I think this turned out so great. I love it. For this last project, I did just cut out this bunny, and this was originally from Hobby Lobby, but you know what, if you don't want to buy 10 of them because you don't have room for them, I think this is a really cool way just to kind of use like that primary wooden bunny along with some cardboard ones. I think they'd be kind of all cute together, but I wanted to just head and made like a quick little door sign or just something that you can put up in your house. I guess it really doesn't matter where you put it. I always forget that cardboard does have creases, so this one did have a couple different creases. I probably could have added like scrapbook paper to make this look just a little bit nicer, but I just really wanted a good old plain white bunny. I just thought that, you know, I do so much color during the spring and I always paint the bunnies different colors like pink and purple, and I just wanted something not pink and purple. So I went ahead and tied some twine around the neck, and then I just cut that down. Obviously this box was from Target. And then I'm just adding this gingham, I was going to say burlap, this gingham bow right to the center of this. And then this little bunny tail. This was from a craft kit that was at Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to go ahead and just dry brush around the edges and just all around just to make this look a little more, like I said, I love the white, but it always needs just something extra. And then, of course, at the end, I just added some beads to hang this up, and I just taped them right on the back side. I did not show that, but stringing beads is no fun to watch. But you guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I would love you to stick around and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out my link in the description box below if you want to check out Fantix's C8 Nano Cordless Quick Cutter. You guys will absolutely love it. But that is it, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye!